All right. So I made a post on Facebook and I said videos, schedulers, sales calls or discovery calls, proposals or some type of contract, and a little bit of follow up can get you to 15K months. Now, I'm just throwing out a number here. If your goal is 50K months, if your goal is 5K months, if your goal is 20K months, I mean, the point that I'm looking to make with this post is that there needs to be a reduced emphasis on marketing and funnels and all this stuff, and a greater emphasis on the sales component of being able to deliver your offering, your experiences, your expertise, or your execution. All right. Those are the three areas I focus on when I work with anybody. Now, I want to pause here and I want to say this. All right. Everything that I discuss in this video is it's I would say it's relatively straightforward to do, especially with the help of all of these AI tools. Years ago, you had to write your own scripts. Years ago, you had to create your own deck. You had to write your own approach. You had to write your own strategy. You had to write your own emails. You had to write your own proposals and your contract. You had to do all of that stuff just straight up. We did enter into a season where you could find a bunch of templates, but to be quite frank, right now with AI being able to provide you with, highly relevant and contextualized content that you can use to do this stuff. There's no excuses. Now, here's the thing. I think accountability is one of the biggest ingredients in ensuring that you do it. So I want to invite you for us to have a call. All right. If you are interested in leaning into some of this stuff, somewhere around this video, there's going to be a link with an invitation for us to chop it up. All right. So now I for one, I am not inviting you to a sales call. Okay. I'm just inviting you to a call where we could just connect and I could even see if some of the stuff that I have could be, if I could be a resource to you. All right. So first and foremost. Now, let me walk you through a couple of these components. I'm just going to speak through this. I'm not going to add a bunch of fancy graphics to this video because I don't feel like it. It's Monday. I'm recording this on a Monday. I don't feel like it. Okay. So there's that. So first and foremost, there's videos. Okay. I like to say that when you create content and you put it out there on social media, it is not for people to see it and then enable you to generate them as a lead. That is not what it's for. When you put videos out there, the aim is to validate that this is what you do. Okay. Have you ever had a discussion with somebody and they tell you that they're an expert or something, and then you start to like research them and you don't find anything that's aligned with what they're trying to sell you on or what they're trying to tell you that they could solve? The point in creating videos is, for one, create some level of validation that people can see when they research you. To be quite frank, it don't matter if those videos don't have any likes. It doesn't matter if the videos have no comments, no views. That doesn't matter. When people see that this is what you do, it strengthens your ability to have a conversation with them. Second thing with videos is that it provides you with a library of content that you can reference so that you don't have to repeat yourself. Okay. So let's say last month I recorded a video on what equipment you should be using in order to start a coaching business, right? If I come on social media and I say, hey, like you should have a certain type of equipment, I don't need to repeat myself. If anything, if anybody's interested in what equipment they should have, all I have to do is send them a video. So I'm creating something once that I can reference and I can update and I could reshare and I could recycle. It's a library of content that I could use. It's like ammunition. I'm creating a library of assets that I can reference and I could share with people. If I record a video, like just last night, I sent out a video. I sent out an email to my email list, and I was like, hey, here are some things that you should do before you even think about, like, let's say leaving your full-time role. And I referenced a YouTube video that I made months ago. right? So all of this provides you with a library of stuff that you can reference. All right. Now, when you put this content out there, like yes, you're putting it out there. Now, the aim here is to ultimately get people into your sales pipeline. Now, that was the point, or that is the point of marketing. The point of marketing is to be the front end of a sales pipeline. Now, I would say if you want to accelerate that, the aim is to share content with people and then get them to engage directly with you. Now, there's one type of video that enables you to do so, and those are video messages. Okay, video messages. So what I referenced earlier, that's video content. Video messages is the use of a tool like Loom that you could find, let's say, a prospect, and you could say, hey, you know what? I think I have some valuable things to say to this prospect, and in this video, I'd like to invite them to schedule some time with me. Loom enables you to record a very simple video, and you could send them a direct link where they can watch the video and they could take action. You could embed a link directly inside of the video that enables them to go to a scheduler or to, click on drive them to a landing page. These video messages do not take a long time. What I typically do is I would say, like, let's say I'm targeting, like this week, I'm targeting a certain type of business. I would think through what type of 1 minute message I want to say to a prospect, and I would sort of rehearse it in my head for a couple minutes, and then I would start to find them. I could find them on social media. I could find them off social media. Either way, I'm gonna end up finding them on social media anyways. And I will literally hop on Loom and I'll hit the record button, and I would literally go through my script. Hey, John, what's going on? Hope all is well, man. Hey, I noticed that you run a financial services business here in the Central Florida area. I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of financial services professionals, and there are a couple of tweaks that could be made to ensure that you generate better leads and also enable them to see you as a valuable asset to reference, and it could enable you to be top of mind. I'd love to share some ideas with you. Let me know if Thursday works for you to hop on a call, or if it doesn't, there's a link somewhere around this video for you to schedule some time with me. That's 40 seconds. 40 seconds. I could do that 100 times a day. Okay. I can do that 100 times a day. Even if I did that 100 times, that wouldn't even take me more than an hour, right? Like, think about being flat on your ass and you say, all I have is a $10 tool to record videos. You could record videos from your cell phone. You could record videos from your computer. If you're flat on your ass, you have no leads in your pipeline, you have no prospects in your pipeline, you literally sit down, script out some videos, and you just start blasting them out. Highly personalized videos. You're saying their name in the beginning of these videos, okay? You're saying the name in the beginning of these videos. The aim is to get them to schedule, okay? Now, when they schedule a call with you, there's a couple of things to understand, right? The first thing to understand is that you're not there to try to get them to, you're not there to try to sell them something. The aim here is to accelerate how fast they get to a point of trusting you. All right. So you hop on a call with them. If you start pitching them, if you start saying, oh, I have services, you want some services? You wasted your time and you wasted theirs. Now, the aim here is, again, to get them to trust you. So you can enter into a discovery call. And that's why I said sales a discovery call, because what you're trying to do is figure out, hey, like, I'd like to see if I could even be a resource to you. All right. Just lay your guard down, bring your guard down. Let me see if I could even be a resource to you. And even if I can be a resource to you, my hope is for me to be able to create an uneven exchange here. All right. In the event that I'm helping you solve a $100,000 problem, my hope is that you would see that as being valuable. And if there is an investment to be made to achieve that, it would be a fraction of that. I'm not going to try to have you invest or pay $100,000 to solve a $100,000 problem. Okay. That's not a deal. A deal is when you're paying a fraction of that, or you're investing a fraction of that to solve a greater problem. All right. That is what That is what it should be communicated on some type of discovery call. Now, after discovery call, there could be some type of follow up or some type of proposal that's sent. That's where you have the ability to say, hey, like, let me sit down, think through what I would need to do with this person. And let me send them a formal proposal so that they could see, for one, I'm legit. And they could also say, hey, you know what? Like, you know, I'm seeing how the numbers are broken down, and this is something, this formalizes this entire engagement. This isn't a bunch of handshakes. This is like a formal business engagement. That is the aim you're trying to get to if you find that there's value to be exchanged there. Okay, you, mind you, again, all of this can happen without a big social media following, without a lot of a huge audience, without, I mean, you don't need a huge following at all. Most people, whenever they see me post videos and stuff like that, you know, I get comments that's like, hey, like, man, more people should be seeing your video. I don't care. I don't care. It is, I don't care who's watching my video. I sit down and I do the hunting. I do the hunting. You want to know what's funny? That the gazelle doesn't sit there and run up to the lion when the lion's hungry. No, the lion goes out hunting. Okay, so now when it comes to getting to 15K months or whatever, a lot of that is on you. A lot of that is on you. All right. So this is my second more formal invitation. My first invitation at the beginning of this call was, or at the beginning of this video was like, hey, let's just chop it up. This is my formal invitation here. So there's two invitations here. Okay, and you'll see it somewhere around this video. The formal invitation here is, if you would like to apply to work together. If you would like to fill out my very simple form to see if, you know, we could have an exchange to potentially work together, I'd love to invite you to that. This is a more formal invitation. This is if you're saying, hey, like, I want to generate a certain amount of revenue or income within the span of a month. I feel that I have something valuable. I just need some help kind of assembling this in my head. I'd love to invite you to have a call where I'll lay that stuff out for you. All right. So if you have any questions about any of the stuff that I outlined in this video, again, I don't expect anyone to watch this video and fully understand what it is that I mean by you just having video schedulers, discovery calls, proposals, and follow up. Like it's, you can't get that. That's why people they get addicted to YouTube, because everybody's trying to they're trying to find answers, and they're finding a half an answer here, a quarter of an answer there, a third of an answer here. And what happens when you watch YouTube too much is you get addicted to these partial answers. I'll be honest, I used to be addicted to these partial answers. And then you start to realize, man, I'm watching all these YouTube videos and all of them are saying the exact same thing. All of these videos are saying the exact same thing. I'd like to help you with, like, you know, getting rid of this addiction and actually seeing this come together. All right. So somewhere around this video, use the link, hit me up. As always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. All right.